Good evening, Bulldog Nation. Today I wanted to share information with our Bulldog community regarding the RMS School Improvement Plan and our goals for the upcoming school year. This plan is not final. In fact, the purpose of this video is to solicit feedback from you so that we can revise this plan and make it as suitable and appropriate for our school and community as possible. I'm providing a link to a feedback form in the description section of the YouTube video and on all of our social media platforms. Last year, our faculty and staff completed a comprehensive needs assessment of our school. What that means is that we rated our school's performance against a set of standards or competencies set forth by the Georgia Department of Education that all schools should be either doing or working toward. Examples of these standards include: teachers will provide a well-managed learning environment, and teachers will create an academically challenging environment. In all, there are over 50 standards or competencies organized into these 8 broad categories: curriculum, instruction, assessment, leadership, planning and organization, professional learning, family and community engagement, and school culture. During our comprehensive needs assessment, our faculty and staff rated our performance in all 50-plus standards of the 8 broad categories just mentioned, essentially using a 4-point scale of exemplary, operational, emerging, and not evident. In each standard, our ultimate goal is to perform at an exemplary level. Our community and students deserve nothing less. Practically speaking, there are many areas in which we perform at an operational level, and while from the perspective of our staff, all standards were evident in some measure in our school, there are admittedly some areas that we determined we were performing at an emerging level. Remember, though, that this is a comprehensive needs assessment, and in order for it to truly be comprehensive, we need the valuable input and feedback from our community stakeholders. Your perspective is going to be different, and it's necessary in making the adjustments to our plan that will enable us to best serve the Bulldog community. According to our assessment, the faculty and staff of Rossville Middle School found our performance to be emerging in 7 of the over 50 standards. They are: 1. Provides a supportive and well-managed environment conducive to learning. 2. Establishes a learning environment that empowers students to actively monitor their own progress. 3. Implements a process to collaboratively analyze assessment results to adjust instruction. 4. Monitors the use of available resources to support continuous improvement. 5. Creates an academically challenging learning environment. 6. Establishes a learning environment that empowers students to actively monitor their own progress. And 7. Establishes a culture that supports college and career readiness of students. We will be deliberately focusing on these 7 emerging areas during this year so that we can move ourselves towards an operational and ultimately exemplary functioning level. For example, regarding points 3 and points 4 just mentioned, this year, grading for mastery and qualitative feedback will be a professional learning and developmental focus for our entire staff in our teacher-led series of workshops, what we call WWE or Workshop Wednesday Extreme, and in our professional learning communities or PLCs. For more information about what these entail, do not hesitate to contact me at the school. I've also provided a link in the YouTube description and on our social media pages to a copy of our entire preliminary needs assessment report containing our self-ratings for all 50-plus standards in all 8 categories. This will be helpful to you in developing your feedback. There were 3 areas targeted by our school improvement plan last year that will this year remain areas for special focus. I'm also suggesting that we add a 4th and 5th goal to our final plan. The 3 areas of focus from last year are reading, math, and social and emotional learning. And the areas that I suggest we add to our plan are STEAM opportunities and attendance. Our first 3 targeted areas of focus are in the areas of literacy, numeracy, and social and emotional learning. Regarding reading and math, our goals have changed this year for a number of reasons. First, our school district is still actively addressing learning loss resulting from the effects of COVID-19 on our operations. I'm proud of the fact that our district was able to provide some manner of in-person instruction throughout the entire pandemic, beginning with the resumption of school at the beginning of the 2020-2021 school year. Indeed, with the exception of 2 brief transitions to hybrid learning models, we have offered in-person instruction to 100% of our students. Nevertheless, 2020 and 2021 were extraordinarily traumatic years for all of us, and learning loss is a significant phenomenon, indeed a national phenomenon, that we are having to cope with and address. Second, for the last several years, the students of Walker County have been taking the Measure of Academic Progress Assessment, or MAP, at 3 different benchmark points during each year, in addition to the end-of-year Georgia Milestones Assessment. With the availability of MAP, schools now have more timely feedback regarding a student's progress during the year. This, I believe, is a better metric for goal setting, since every student operates at different levels of proficiency, and ultimately, we want every student to make progress. Feedback from the fall and winter administrations of the MAP are used to determine how many students had made progress in math and reading and to establish a baseline to operate off of for the coming year. Accordingly, our staff and faculty have determined that the following goals are challenging but reasonable and attainable. For reading, during the 2022-2023 academic year, 60% of students at RMS will achieve growth in reading, and growth is defined as an improvement in the RIT or Ross Unit score measured on the MAP between the fall and spring administrations. And for math, similarly, during the academic year, 70% of students will achieve growth in math, with growth being defined in the same way it was for reading. For our third targeted area, social and emotional learning, our goal will remain the same. During the 2022-2023 academic year, RMS will continue to train 100% of certified staff members on strategies to support students socially and emotionally. I am suggesting that we add 2 additional areas of focus: STEAM opportunities and attendance. STEAM refers to teaching and learning that combines science, technology, engineering, the arts, and math to guide student inquiry, discussion, and problem solving. Research shows that it is indisputable that student exposure to STEAM-related content, particularly the fine arts, correlates with an improvement in reading and math. Additionally, there is no substitute for in-person instruction, and in most cases, poor attendance also correlates with low proficiency in reading and math. Consequently, the 2 additional school improvement goals we'd like to add are: regarding STEAM opportunities, during the 2022-2023 academic year, RMS will offer a variety of STEAM curricular options, including computer science, agriculture, art, chorus, band, and foreign language, or extracurricular options to 100% of its student body. And regarding attendance, during the 2022-2023 academic year, RMS will implement a program for incentivizing attendance, for example, the House System of Behavior Management and the Attendance Incentive Program. In order to accomplish all 5 of our school improvement goals, our staff developed the following 8 major strategies. First, for reading, teachers will identify students who are below reading level using reading screeners in August, Spring 2022 Georgia Milestones assessment scores, data from Reading Plus, which is a purchased online reading program, and results from the fall and winter administrations of the MAP. Secondly, for math, teachers will identify students who lack basic math skills by using math screeners in August, Spring 2022 Georgia Milestones assessment scores, data from IXL, which is also a purchased online reading program, and results from the fall and winter administrations of the MAP. For reading and math, all students will be assigned to a study skills class to receive enrichment and remediation in ELA and mathematics, in addition to their other core content and connections classes. For social and emotional education, the Walker County Schools District is using CARES Act funding once again to provide 7 mindsets training for all teachers in every school in the district. And 5, also for social and emotional education, RMS will use its social media platforms to provide additional engaging 7 mindsets related lessons and to promote student-curated social and emotional wellness content. Number 6, for STEAM, all students will be able to either be enrolled in a formal STEAM-related course, have the opportunity to participate in STEAM-related extracurriculars, or have opportunities to attend STEAM-related events. Number 7, for attendance, RMS is adopting a school-wide behavior management point system, the House System, that will be managed on both teams in each grade level in order to incentivize, among other positive behaviors, consistent attendance. And number 8, also regarding attendance, in addition to the school-wide behavior management system, RMS is adopting a non-punitive attendance-specific program to provide a system of rewards for consistent attendance and to create opportunities to address learning loss resulting from excessive absences. In addition to those 5 goals, reading achievement, math achievement, preparedness to provide social and emotional support, increase STEAM opportunities, and incentivized attendance, we will continue to place one additional focus in support of our school improvement plan. As I said in this meeting last year, because pride in community, school, and self is essential to school improvement, the following community school-related foci will be paramount at RMS. 1. RMS will continue to implement a number of practices, particularly among 8th grade students, to reinforce a healthy, Ridgeland-ready transition to high school, for example, open seating at lunch, free transitions between classes, etc. 2. RMS will continue to facilitate an increased intentional feeder pattern community focus with an emphasis on the centrality of Ridgeland High School through active high school, middle school mentorship programs. And 3, RMS will continue to facilitate increased cooperation with Ridgeland High School through shared events or programs, Rossville hosted high school events, and Ridgeland hosted middle school events. Each of these practices will not only foster greater self-awareness of belonging to the Rossville Middle, Ridgeland community, but it will also facilitate smooth transitions by our 8th graders into the high school so that they are better equipped to meet our district's mission of graduating ready for college, ready for work, and ready for life. This concludes our summary of our preliminary school improvement plan. Again, this plan is only preliminary and is not complete without your feedback. To assist you in developing feedback, as mentioned earlier, I am providing 2 additional resources. First, a link to a complete copy of our comprehensive needs assessment, which can be found in the YouTube description, on our website, and on our social media pages. And 2, a community survey that we will use to develop our final school improvement plan for the 2022-2023 school year. Again, a link to this survey can be found in the YouTube description, on the Rossville Middle School website, and all of our social media pages. This survey contains the questions that you see on this slide. Thank you so much for your attention, and thank you in advance for your feedback. Go Bulldogs, go Panthers, and be Rossville.